What's up, everybody? You already know who it is. It's DripGodDero, and I'm back at you guys with another bang. In today's video, we are back on the NBA YouTube grind. Shout out to all my old subscribers who love my NBA content. I'm back at it. But just because I'm back at the NBA YouTube grind don't mean that the motivational videos are going to stop. I will still make the motivational videos, but I will put them in their own separate motivation folder on the channel. So both contents will be here. I just want to give something to the subscribers that like my motivational content, and also to my subscribers that subscribe for the NBA content. So hey, we back. And we back with a motherfucking banger, because in today's video, we will be starting, benching, and cutting 3 young players who are on the rise. Now, those 3 players are Tyrese Haliburton, Tyrese Maxey, and Jordan Poole. Now, in this video, I do grade these players by 3 different things. First and foremost is the stats. You know, in the NBA sphere, it's a lot of stat junkies out here who, you know, tend to judge players on their stats only. And yeah, we definitely got to take stats into account when it comes to these players. Second is the eye test. Now, the reason I have the eye test as one of my categories for critiquing these players is because when you actually look at the players and how they create their offense, how they play defense and things like that, it can show you certain things that the stats don't show. So an example would be, is this player a better pick and roll player than the other player? You know, things like that. So that definitely plays a part, and I definitely feel like I should have an eye test category. Last but not least is the context category. Now, the context category will be, you know, things outside of the player, such as the team that they're on. Is that player contributing to a good team? Is that player contributing to a bad team? You know, things like that. You know, context on me personally, which player would I have on my team depending on what I need, you know? Things like that. So, hey, with all that being said, let's switch over and let's start the first category, which is the stats. All right. So, as you guys can see, we are on Basketball Reference. Shout out to them. Y'all see the title, Basketball Reference. And we will be using this website for all the players, so there isn't any, you know, discrepancies. So, let's just look at the top. The top, we on Tyrese Maxey first, and it says that in the 2021-2022 year, he averaged 17.5 points per game, 3.2 rebounds per game, and 4.3 assists per game. Now, his field goal percentage was 48.5%. His three-point percentage was 42.7%, and his free throw percentage was 86.6%. So, he's definitely a great player. Very efficient, as we can see, and pretty much a 3-way scorer. He can hit the 3, he can hit the mid-range, and he can definitely get to the rim. If you done seen him play, you know. But let's scroll down and see how old he is. So he is only 21 years old. So he's definitely still young, still a lot of time to improve. And that's one of the recurring things that's going to happen with a lot of these players. They're all around the same age, so they're still all young, and who knows who could really be better at the end. But he's 21 years old, and let's see some of the defensive stats. He's averaging 0.7 steals per game. I like to see that go up a little bit, and his effective field goal percentage is actually 55.2%. So that's definitely efficient as fuck, man. He's definitely an super efficient player. All right. So with that being said, let's switch over to Tyrese Haliburton. All right, as you guys see, back on Basketball Reference. And let's look at the top stats up here. So for the 2021-2022 season, he did average 15.3 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, and 8.2 assists per game. Now, the thing that definitely sticks out to me is the not rebounds, but the assists per game. He's definitely the best playmaker when it comes to these three players. And let's look at his field goal percentage and things like that. So he shot 47.3% from the field. He shot 41.4% from the three. And he's shooting 84.2% from the free throw for his free throw percentage. So that's pretty good. Let's scroll down and see how old he is. So Tyrese Haliburton, he is 21 years old, just like Tyrese Maxey. And let's look at the defense. Let's look at some of the defensive stats. So he's averaging 1.8 steals per game. That's great. That's literally great. And you guys see it right here. 1.8 steals per game. Definitely great. And when he was actually in Indiana, he actually upped his assist percentage to 9.6. Insane. And he also averaged his points per game to 17.5. Now, we do have to understand, and this where that context category comes in, is that he is on the worst team by far out of these three players. But I'll say that for the context part. But let's switch over to Jordan Poole. Now, Jordan Poole, swaggy Poole, the pool party, the microwave, like they say all up here. Hey, let's see what he got. So, in 2021-2022, he averaged 18.5 points per game. So, just off that, he averaged the most points out of all these players, if I remember correctly. Let's switch back over so we can see. All right, so, yeah, Tyrese Maxey averaged 17.5. Haliburton, 17.5. Jordan Poole, 18.5. So he does have a leg up right there. His true rebound amount is 3.4. And his assist total is 4 assists. Now, the thing that does stick out to me is that he does have a lower field goal percentage and 3-point percentage than Tyrese Maxey and Tyrese Haliburton. And as we can see, his field goal percentage is 44.8. His 3-point percentage is 36.4. And another thing that definitely sticks out to me is just his free throw percentage. He's pretty much a bucket when it comes to hitting free throws. 92.5. He's trumping both of these players when it comes to free throw percentage. But his effective field goal percentage is 54.8. I think that is actually lower than both players. Let's just verify. Yep, Hills 59%, and Hills is 55%. So yeah, his effective field goal percentage is lower than both players. But let's scroll down and let's see exactly how old Jordan Poole is. So Jordan Poole is the oldest of the bunch. He is actually 22 years old, so he's 1 year older than these guys. But I feel like they're all around the same age, but 1 year can make a big difference on, production and things like that. And the way we could tell this is just off all these players. Their production just, jumped up from year to year. Every player. But with all that being said, we took a look at these stats. Now, let's look at the highlights. But before that, let's look at the defense. Before I let Jordan Poole off the hook, let me look at the defense. So, he's averaging 0.8 steals per game. That's higher than Tyrese Maxey's, but not higher than Tyrese Haliburton's. He's averaging 0.3 blocks per game. And he's averaging 2.5 turnovers. Now, that's something I don't really like to see compared to his assist total, because he's only averaging 4 assists. So, I really don't like to see that. Let me look at Tyrese Haliburton's turnovers too, just, to make sure. 3.2, but he's averaging He's averaging about 9 assists, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 9.6. So that's definitely good. That's definitely great, actually. So that's pretty fucking good. Let me look at Tyrese Maxey, see how much he's turning the ball over. Now, he's averaging more assists than Jordan Poole, slightly, but he's turning the ball over less. So when it comes to just handling the ball, it seems like Tyrese Maxey and Tyrese Haliburton definitely have Jordan Poole in that area. But with all that being said, let's switch over to the eye test. So, as you guys can see, we are on YouTube. And shout out to Maximilian711 right here. Shout out to him. I'm using his videos for all of the eye tests. So there will be, you know, some consistency with all the videos. And also, I'm only going to watch 3 minutes of all these highlights, because if you want to really, you know, watch my man Maximilian711 videos, go to his channel, subscribe, tell him DripGodDero sent you, and, you know, watch the full video. I'm not about to take all his content. But, hey, speaking of subscribing, subscribe to the fucking channel if you hyped. If you fucking hyped that I'm back on the NBA fucking grind. But, hey, let's watch these highlights. I done talked too much. Let's watch these highlights, man. Let's watch these highlights.
What if you could control the web with your mind? What if telekinesis was...
All right, before we start, let me turn this down a little bit. All right, and let's get it.
You are watching a master work.
It's not just collecting defensive rebounds.
And it's also being available for the alley-oop. Andre Drummond slamming it down for the Lakers. 14 double-digit rebound games going on for a few of the second. Maxey throwing the contact.
You fight somebody there, it's an easy yes.
The foul on the end.
On the road. Realize that.
Maxey, the floater, swishing.
Maxey guarded by Corey Joseph, screen from Andre, who's checked back in. Maxey with the drive and the deuce.
Team effort there, 3-on-1, behind the back to Harris for the jam.
Maxey, your typical point guard, Kate, in that he knows where everyone is. Saw Tobias streaking that time.
He's getting it over to Joel. Final minute 30, first half. Look at Joel behind the back. Maxey pays it off.
105-80. Here comes Maxey. Maxey turns the corner. The floater comes. Find the hot hand. Maxey, ball fake and a jumper. So confident. Bullseye. Tyrese blocked by Patrick Reed. And had words for Giannis afterwards, too. Maxey rakes it away. Gets it ahead for Maxey. Maxey right to the head.
So let me pause right here. One thing that I have noticed from Tyrese Maxey's game, he can absorb a lot of content. I mean contact, sorry about that. Yeah, but he could definitely absorb a lot of contact. And that's something I definitely like about him. He's definitely a player who's, for his size, pretty strong. But let's continue.
No, Portis tried to save it. Maxey ahead.
As he saw the clock ticking to a close, that's the shot Maxey likes. Goaltending on the other end. Curry turns the corner. Maxey from the wing. Yes! Moves back to 7 for Toronto. Good back cut from Tyrese and gets through. Very close there to another turnover. Maxey, another floater. What?
He's got to have control.
Curry, Porter, Maxey.
They started 2 of 9 since they've made 4 in a row. Furkan Korkmaz comes on.
Joker under the basket.
Diving save. Maxey for 3. That's good.
Maxey out of Garland, Texas. Works in on Nance and draws the foul.
Tough shot, bro. Tough shot. like I said, bro is great at absorbing contact and still, you know, making trick shots. Shit crazy. Shit is crazy. But let's continue.
And he coaxes this one in, spinning it in off the window and in.
On Maxey here. Good help by Holmes. They switch it. They corral Maxey, man.
Maxey trying to take Steph Curry, bounces off of him, finishes.
Field that landed Gordon in Denver. Maxey spinning.
And defensively, you think you let your guards down and relax.
All right, so we just hit the 3-minute mark, and just from what I could tell from looking at Tyrese Maxey and just the knowledge I have of Tyrese Maxey in general, man, the things you want to really avoid when it comes to Tyrese Maxey is letting him get a full head of steam. And this could be during a fast break or in just half-court offense. Bro, when he has a full head of steam going, you know, directly at you, it's a bucket. Simple as that. It's a bucket or it's a foul, bro. And that's not me trying to say that his game is one-dimensional, because it's not. As we all seen in the video, he loves to drive, but at the same time, he could definitely hit the open three. I didn't see too many, you know, off the dribble threes, but I think I seen about one or two. And I wouldn't say that that's fully his game, just, you know, shooting off the dribble, but he's definitely capable of it. I don't think he's as capable of it as a player like Jordan Poole, but he definitely has it in his game. But, hey, let's switch over to the next player. And that next player will be Tyrese Haliburton. Like I said, same channel, Maximilian711. Shout out to him. Subscribe to him. Subscribe to fucking me. Simple as that. Subscribe to fucking me, man. But hey, let's watch the video.
Ready to start eating healthier? Meet Kachava. Kachava is the world's
Let's fucking get it.
Peyton wasn't ready for it. Sacramento in transition. Haliburton drops a dime.
I'm going to just say this. We start this video off with this man, Tyrese Haliburton, throwing a nice fucking pass. Bro has, you know, Cyclops eyes. You know what I mean? He has them Cyclops eyes, bro. He can see the light.
50 turnovers and 49 points off combined in those two matchups.
That's a deep three.
That he can defend that.
Haliburton once again. Holmes. How about Holmes? This early in his career. Haliburton for the lead. Tell him who you are, Tyrese. McConnell isn't playing around tonight, folks. That's his 8th field goal.
Bruh, the thing that's kind of crazy to me is this man's shooting form. A lot of people, especially when they seen him in college and things like that, they thought that his shooting form wouldn't translate to the NBA, similar to like Lonzo Ball. But he definitely be draining them bitches. He definitely be splashing them bitches. We seen his stats like 41, 42% from three. That's crazy. But let's continue.
Short. Metu ahead to Haliburton. Lobs it to the big. Paid to the basket. Missed it to Metu. Kings rush it on Mitchell.
Mitchell into the paint, downhill. Tyrese, 3.
Rotations and lineups we're going to see, but you got to expect as Holmes gets the dunk.
Man,
nice
remix.
pass. Yeah. But you got to expect there's going to be kind of a trial period.
Kings looking to push. Mitchell! Glad we met you. Oh!
In trouble. Oh, what a play. Haliburton to the rim and lays it in.
Bledsoe. Nice defense by the Kings.
Last year, and it was around Valentine's is when he broke his hand as the queen of the Kings.
Quick pause. That was some of the worst defense ever by Ibaka. I'm going to just say that. Let's continue.
5 rebounds have come from that second unit, both Tristan Thompson, who throws it down right there. And
he said he FaceTimed his squad once again, so Alvin's still very much a part of this process.
And switches on to him. Shot clock down to 5. Little side pick and roll. Haliburton with the mid, he got it.
Play going to the basket that Hallie should have taken the shot for himself. And you see it this time, just like that. But the 2 other...
Haliburton sidestep 3. Take those. The bench is kind of saving the day tonight. Haliburton is just...
The Clippers defense is taking them out of their primary sets, but then they're figuring out ways to come up with something, and then defense... Great mix.
And here he is up court. Quick look ahead. Finds Holmes for the layup. Oh, he thread the needle. And hit him in.
No look pass.
Stride. Around a nice screen by Thompson. Gets the Buddy. 3. Over to Tyrese. Little floater. Count it. 5 on the shot clock. Good hands by Haliburton. The block. The layup. Haliburton out top. Smoke detector goes off. Haliburton got it. Haliburton looks at everybody and says,
all right, that's 3 minutes from this one. And just to give my thoughts on Tyrese Haliburton, the things that really stood out to me is just how well he operates the pick and roll, and more specifically makes the right decision when it comes to the pick and roll. Bro made a nigga like Tristan Thompson look good. Bro, when you have Tristan Thompson catching alleys, you know you're a good floor general. I'ma just say that. Last time I think I saw Tristan Thompson catch a fucking alley was when he was playing with LeBron on the Cavs. Dead ass. So, hey, bruh. Tyrese Haliburton is a beast. But besides that, to get more serious, one thing that stood out to me was his defense in these 3 minutes that I did see. I know y'all seen him block that one shot. I don't remember what player it was, but he did block a shot. And he seems a little, bigger than most, point guards or shooting guards. I think he around 6'4". I think Tyrese Maxey the smallest out of the bunch. So I guess we could take that into account for whatever it's worth. But Tyrese Haliburton, definitely a great player. Definitely knows how to operate the pick and roll. And definitely one of the best young decision makers when it comes to the ball in general out here. But last but not least, let's get to the NBA champion, Jordan Poole. Let's switch over to him. Let me turn this down a little bit. And let's fucking get it.
You are watching the master work.
Anderson. All the Warrior drawn kicks. This is how they play. And then Jordan Poole all the way to the iron to flip it in and draw the foul.
10 years in the NBA, Anthony Davis out of Kentucky. Look at the drive by Poole. Oh, drop the sledgehammer. Flies high and lands hard.
Never guarding you in practice does not guard you like the opposing team. So you don't want to never...
Bruh, why all these highlights gotta be on the Lakers? If y'all know that that's my favorite team. Why all the highlights gotta be on the fucking Lakers, man? God damn. And who was that person who was guarding him? Some dude named Brown? I don't even know who that is. But let's continue.
A little birdie told me. Here comes Poole. He'll put up a three. The 32nd.
There's another one.
By Iguodala. Out there with Otto Porter. Here's a three on the fly. And Poole knocked. It's Poole. He accelerates and takes it in for two. Profile and Iguodala slaps it away. Hold on for Porter. With a great feed from Poole. A 2-on-1. That was beautiful. Yeah, There goes Jackson to man. Boy, they like he's really hobbling the other way. Driving inside, scooping it.
Night long, he had 6 the other night against the Jazz. You see right there.
He's looking forward to it too. He's picturing it as he works out and rehabs.
What can you do about a shot like that? There is literally nothing you can do about that shot. You just gotta, you got it, bro. You got it. You got it. There ain't nothing you can do about a shot like that.
For Miles. Jordan Poole with the sidestep 3 on the way. There's Poole off the baseline screen. Pulls, got it. Warriors with the steal. Payton, Poole, the count.
Bro, working.
Lucidchart makes intelligent diagramming easy and helps your best ideas become real.
Bro, working. Hold on. Well, nah, I can't give that type of treatment, man. I don't rewind for nobody else. I'm not doing it for him. But bro, it's working.
With 3 to shoot. To the corner, a 3 is good. Poole again.
Good for the Thunder. You need those games every now and then.
Long ago. And LaMelo lost it, stolen away. Boom! Steph Curry, eyes in the back of his head, finds net. Is he pointing on the net?
Last play, guys.
Then Klay Thompson.
No doubt. And here's Poole on cue. Payton taps it to him, and Poole hammers it. And he was like, no, he's a good dude because he can't be named God's gift.
All right, so when it comes to Jordan Poole, the thing that stands out the most to me is just his shot creation. He is one of, from what I could just see, and just from what I've seen in general, he's one of the most quick lateral players I've seen when it comes to dribble moves and things like that. Because it's a difference when, you know, it comes to running in a straight line or, you know, just doing moves, moving side to side. And, you know, as I was stating before, when we were looking at Tyrese Maxey is a king when it comes to the fast break. So when it comes to running in a vertical line, getting that full steam ahead, Tyrese Maxey a king when it comes to that. But when it comes to Jordan Poole, when it comes to his shot creation, when it comes to his dribbling and things like that, bro is a beast when it comes to just lateral, herky-jerk moves that could break down his defender. And that's something I definitely noticed watching these highlights. Another thing that I noticed is just his bravado. I'm going to use that word when it comes to shooting a 3. Bro will shoot the 3 from 30 feet. Bro will, you know, come off of a pick and just pull up on you similar to how Steph Curry does. And that's definitely a nice, you know, skill set to have as a young player, only being 22 years old. So, with all that being said, it's time to add the context. So, by far, the best team that these 3 players are on is the Warriors. Jordan Poole plays for the best team. They actually won the championship. So, with that being said, you could say that he contributes the most. But at the same time, you could refute that and say, hey, he has Steph Curry on his team. He has Klay Thompson on his team. So that takes away a lot of, you know, the eyes on him as a player. So that is some context that you can, you know, provide when it comes to Jordan Poole in his game. Some more context that you could provide is that Jordan Poole, for the most part, comes off the bench. as we know, sometimes, he does start, but for the most part, he comes off the bench. So you could also make the argument that Jordan Poole, the competition he plays against, is not as talented as Tyrese Maxey's or, Tyrese Haliburton's. Now, let's switch over to the context when it comes to Tyrese Haliburton. Now, the argument you can make against Tyrese Haliburton is that he's on the worst team. He plays for Indiana. As we know, Indiana is a rebuilding team. They're kind of tanking. And you could say, oh, he's just stat padding. Oh, he's just putting up empty stats. But at the same time, when you look at his numbers, it's like, damn, can I really just say that? Bro doing a little bit of everything, And that's the argument that you could make against Tyrese Maxey, that he's playing for a bad team and he may possibly be stat padding. For Tyrese Maxey, you could make the argument that, once again, similar to Jordan Poole, he's on a great team. He's on the Sixers. So, with that being said, a lot of the eyes are on Joel Embiid. A lot of the eyes are on the beard. So, and if you don't know who the beard is, it's James Harden. But hey, so you could make that argument too against him. But at the same time, he's starting. Jordan Poole is not starting. So you might want to put him slightly above Jordan Poole. But with all that context being, out the way, who do I think is the best player out of the bunch? If I'm going to start a player, and let me switch this over to my beautiful face so we can really get to it. Hold on, y'all. All right, so if I'm going to start a player, don't get offended, guys. Don't get mad. If I'm going to start a player, I'm starting Tyrese Haliburton. If I'm going to bench a player, I'm benching Tyrese Maxey. And if I'm going to cut a player, I'm cutting Tyrese. Oh shit, not Tyrese, but Jordan Poole. Now, the reason for that is because Jordan Poole, he is the oldest out of the bunch. So I do have to, let that be known that he is the oldest out of the bunch. Also, I just feel like Tyrese Maxey would provide more coming off the bench than Jordan Poole, me personally. Just off his aggressiveness when it comes to, his offensive game. He's just good, bro. He's just good. And all these players is good, so that's not a knock to any of these players. But, hey, get down in the comments and tell me what you think. Who would you start? Who would you bench? Who would you cut? This video was inspired by Stat Moose. Shout out to them. But, hey, like the fucking video, comment on the fucking video, subscribe to the fucking video, and I'm out. Peace.